spina bifida, and it's really fun to have spina bifida. You could get a wheelchair and go and learn how to go fast, and you can also learn how to crawl fast. Yeah, I could probably crawl like 10,000 miles and not get tired. I go to the CHOP Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and it is very, very fun to be there. I always love when I'm on the second floor because there's a ginormous ramp I go down. It's like a half a mile long. Miss Sarah is one of my favorites, and I like to tell you about her. She is very, 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 very nice. If I could raise $1 million, I would spend it on curing brain cancer.
All right. Welcome anybody that is joining us this evening. This is Extra Life 2020 Pandemic Legacy Season 1. We're doing the month of August. We are playing games to heal kids, raising money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. The funds that we raise go to support the Child Life program of CHOP. So if you catch us out, please give us a like, share this, and if you're able to, please make a donation. Also, your donations are going to help us win this game because we're not very good at it, and we're probably going to lose. Well, it's not always our fault, but it's the game's hard. What can I say?
It is.
And this month I think is going to be kind of bad. So I'm Dave, and with me I have Mike and Mike, and we are going to try to save the world yet again from a bunch of diseases that are rampaging across the face of the earth. One of them is particularly nasty and has now become the zombie virus, where we have the Faded, who have taken over pretty much South America, southern parts of Africa, and Latin America. So we are at a point where we are trying to slow the spread of these deadly viruses, but things keep changing. This is a legacy game, so new stuff gets revealed every week. New stickers get added to the board. New cards come out. New figures come out. New rules get implemented. Cards get destroyed. So that's what this is.
Fair warning, this is not a spoiler-free rendition of this game.
Yes, so we are very late into the game, so if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I think I want to try this game, if you don't want to be surprised or don't want to be spoiled by anything, then give us a like, share the video, make a donation, and then stop and go buy the game and start playing it. And then play all the way up to August and then get back here and then watch this. And then offer some tips so that we can play better. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do now is get into we're in the midst of the setup. This is the month of August, so we're going to go to the card cam here. We've got our legacy card, which says stop and draw this card at the beginning of your first game in August. Every month we get 2 attempts. We're hopefully going to win one of them tonight. Oh, come on, autofocus. Work with me. Anyway, we draw this card, and what does it say? It says...
You're screwed.
You are screwed. We have it on good authority that there is an immunologist who has knowledge to fashion a vaccine for Coda. That's the really nasty virus. We would like very much to speak to him. Could your team find him and bring him back to us? His locations have been erratic, and he has not checked in recently. Thank you and your team for your help. We need to focus all of our energy on Coda and can't spend time on eradicating other diseases. Right now, destroy the eradicate at least one disease objective. And then there's other things that we got to open. So the first thing it says to do is take this objective card, which we've been doing quite a bit of. This now goes away. He bent the card. Yeah, it's gone. Never to be seen or heard from again. All right, and so now I have to open 2 doors. I have to open door letter L. L is a letter of the alphabet. Here we go. Letter L. I open up letter L, which becomes a new rule. Oh. I'm going to let this sink in for a little bit. Self-sacrifice.
Move it over just slightly, Dave. Thank you.
Add a scar sticker to your character to skip the infect step of your turn. Put the reminder token on the infection deck. If you already have 2 scars and do this action, your character is lost. Civilians cannot do this action. So,
About that rule.
yeah, not a happy rule. Not a happy rule. All right, so this goes in spot L. Spot L of the rule book. I'd like to say we're never going to do this, but
There is a very decent chance that we might.
I've been through this once before, and it's like, ooh, actually helps. All right, and then door number 41. 41 is a prime number, I think. It is, you get 40. There we go. There's 41. 41. I'm opening up these little doors here. Open up 41, and what do we get? We get, oh, yep, again, every time that a new action comes out, there's always these stickers that will get added to our action cards. I'm going to put this aside. I'll add these later, because that's just not really needed right now. Okay, and that is all that says to do. So then we move into the actual game. Okay, so we have our setup, and during our setup, we haven't finished going through the legacy deck yet. Okay, so that's the top card, but we keep drawing cards because we haven't hit the stop yet. Oh, what is this thing now? This is now a new objective. Find the immunologist in a fated city that is rioting.
Seriously?
Yep.
You've played this before. I haven't.
A fated city that
I
is
played this
rioting.
2.5 years ago.
We'll look at this. We'll assess this in a bit. But here's our and this thing is going to be our new search tracker. Okay, so we saw this last week. We had one of these where we found the immunologist. Now this is the virologist last week. This week it's the immunologist. So we have to be in a fated city that is rioting, and we'll take a look at the board.
Do we have any that are rioting?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So you take the search action if you're in a fated city that is rioting. If no fated cities are rioting, take the search action in any fated city. Okay, well, that doesn't apply to us. Add 1 space for each card you discard matching the color of your city. So all of this is pretty much going to be yellows. So if we discard yellow cards, we're going to move the search track. Advance 3 spaces if you discard the card matching your city. And we have to get up to 8. For each medical character in the city that you are searching, advance the search party 1 additional space per search action. So you're kind of incentivized now to send in your medical people to go do this thing, which can be kind of dicey because they're very likely to take scars because we don't like being near zombies. And then every time we draw an epidemic, this search marker is going to move up closer and closer till the trail goes cold. And if the trail goes cold, we lose this objective this month. Okay, but we keep drawing. Now, what's this thing now? This thing is the immunologist. So if we complete the search, we get to scratch this thing off. So this is going to get put aside for right now. And now we stop. Don't do anything else.
Time.
And then when you finish your first game in August, do a bunch of stuff. Okay? So this is the thing we got to worry about now. All right. So going back to the map here. So let's talk about first the areas that we've got cubes on. We have 3 cubes each in Delhi. Now, Delhi is a problem for us. Delhi has fallen. So Delhi is very hard for us to get in and out of. We have 3 cubes in Baghdad. Not super bad, but not pleasant. And 3 cubes in Paris. Then we've got 2 cubes each in Ho Chi Minh City, Madrid, and Chicago. Not too bad. We've got 1 cube each in Mumbai. We have a 1 cuber somewhere. Where was my other 1 cuber? I thought it was in a blue. Let me check the cards here. Oh, he's in Tehran. And then we have 1 faded dude in Miami. Okay. So faded cities that are rioting. Those are faded cities that are that have yellow stickers. So right now that's Lima, Bogota, Sao Paulo, Kinshasa, Johannesburg, and that's it. So we got to get pretty far south into faded territory to.
Not too far south. I mean, if we focus on Bogota, that's only 2 spots in.
Yeah, and we've got an easy way in and out with Sao Paulo. So yeah, not too bad.
Dave, what is the rule about stars now? If we start our turn in city with faded, we get a star?
So you will get a scar. Let's see, the number of ways that you can get a scar. If you're in a city when it outbreaks, you get a scar. If you start your turn in a city with a faded figure, you get a scar. If you take the self-sacrifice action, you get a scar.
You get a scar.
Only one of those things actually.
Scar number 3 equals death.
Yep. Scar number for most people, scar number 3 equals death. Okay. So we've got.
Well, the good news is there's currently nobody in yellow.
Yep. Oh, so the other thing we got to point out. So we have done so well these last couple of games that we are at 0 funding, but. Because we have such wonderful people who have made such amazing donations, we actually have a total of $65 worth of.
Does that include the carryover from last week?
It does. Yes, it does. So we've got $65 in which to spend on things to help us. So here's kind of what we've been doing. $5 gets us an extra. Event card, and of course my camera has paused on me yet again, so pardon me while I restart this guy. That's so annoying. Yes, wake up, Droid Cam. There we go. There, yep, it's working. Okay, so we get, for $5, we get an extra one of these event cards. Right now, that's the only way that we're going to get event cards because we've got no other funding. $10 will get a cube or a figure off the board just once. And I'm thinking, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm thinking if we really want to save up, $25 gets us another endgame upgrade. So, just to try to make some things a little bit more interesting and hopefully help us win.
Yeah.
Because
I say $65 eradicates Coda.
No, sadly, we're not going to make it that easy. We actually have a game to play. Let's see.
I think we should decube Delhi.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great suggestion. So, again, do we want to spend all of it now? Some of it now?
Some of it now. Let's save some if we have to go again. I say we get 3 action cards.
Okay. So that's going to be a 15er. So we're going to spend a 15 on 3 event cards, which we'll talk about in a second. Anything else that you want to deal with right now while we're talking about it? So at $10 gets a cube off the board. I like Mayo's suggestion of getting rid of at least 1. I'd be okay with 2 or more.
I would think 2 would be.
I think 2 in Delhi because Delhi fell, right?
Yep, Delhi fell, so it's going to take 2 black cards to just go in there, unless one of us is the ops expert and he does his little magic stuff. Okay, so that's.
What objectives do we have now since Eradicate is done?
So we have
Cure 3.
Yeah, we are at Cure 3.
Army bases, which we have 4 of 6.
Yeah.
All right.
Find the immunologist.
Yep.
Yep.
Discovered 3 cures. Quarantine 7 cities.
That ain't gonna happen.
Military base in each region of the world.
That could very well happen.
That's
4 of
probably
them.
going to happen automatically. And the immunologist.
Okay.
And we have to complete 3 this month. So 3 of these.
Pure military base and immunologist would be my guess for focus.
Yep.
I think that makes a lot of sense to do. The quarantine thing is just like, if you want to play this on hard mode, do this. So,
Like the game isn't hard enough.
yeah. Okay, so we're spending 15 on this and then 20 to get rid of 2 black cubes from Delhi. Okay, cool. All right, so let's talk about our event cards. And is that going to work? No, it's not going to work. Why doesn't it? I don't know. All right, so the event cards that we want to do. All right, again,
What?
Do we even need to? Yeah, okay. And then, like, the ones that we've seemingly always go back to, resilient population forecast and or what's another one that we usually go with? I think I guess I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. No. Okay. I guess that's it. So yeah, the forecast, the resilient population, remote outposts, remote treatment. So I would say no to the military base one, because we're actually gonna get a couple of military bases for free, just from our win bonus from last month. So no to that. The new assignment one, I'm gonna set this aside. I don't think that's gonna help us this turn, although we'll see. Then we've got government grant. That's a new research base. Probably, I don't know. Like, we've got some ways in and out of Fated City, so I don't know if that's going to be really important. Let's see. We've got flexible aid package, discarding 3 city cards.
No.
No. Okay. Airlift. You move someone else's pawn to another city to include rioting, collapsing, and fallen cities. So this is a way for somebody to get into Delhi if they have to.
Okay.
So maybe. Take 2 extra actions. Maybe pile. No. No. Okay. Local initiative that place 2 quarantine markers. I'm thinking probably not. And then this one is remove 2 disease cubes from the board. That's usually a pretty good. That's never a bad thing, I think.
No.
So keep this one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. All right. So that's our 3. All right. So now
That's not our 3.
What do you mean? Resilient population funded.
Are we not doing One Quiet Night?
Isn't it? Where is One Quiet Night? Oh, there it is. Duh. Okay, so I got 1 too many. Okay, so amongst these 4 then, which 3 do we want? I think, definitely One Quiet Night.
Remove any 1 card in the infection discard pile.
Keep this one, you say?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Then that leaves the forecast and the removing 2 cubes.
Mike?
We usually end up going with this one.
I agree.
Yeah, okay. All right, so the standard set that we've been using. Cool. All right, so I'm going to take this I'm going to shuffle, and I'm going to shuffle oh so well because I'm so awesome at shuffling. I am the world's most greatest, most awesome shuffler. And by that, I mean I suck at it. Let's see. Any thoughts on who's going to... Well, I guess probably we should see what cards we get first. Oh, and we added equipment last week. We added some equipment cards.
Oh, okay.
We got the pluripotent
Did
stems.
you not watch the video of last week, Mike?
No, I did not.
So we got the pluripotent stem cells. Pluripotent stem cells is like a wild card. And I think we did add some binoculars that will aid with a search. I feel like there's at least one other thing I'm forgetting, but we'll see what we get up with or come up with. All right. I'm just going to use our standard colors of white, teal, and mocha. Unless anybody really wants to play. Cool. All right. So, and we typically have been doing winners because, hey, look at that. It's winter. This is white, snow and stuff. Mayo, I don't know, because you're mocha, I guess. I don't know. And teal because I'm playing...
Black like his heart.
Black like his heart. And teal because I'm playing the color closest to green. Okay. And we're getting 3 cards each. So here we go. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. All right. So Winters, you have a red, black, and blue. You have Milan, Algiers, and Bangkok. No equipment. I have Santiago, Sao Paulo, and Karachi. Also no equipment. I guess I'm probably going to be doing some searching. And we've got, for Mayo, you have Moscow, Riyadh, and Johannesburg.
Can also do some searching.
Possibly, yes. So, now, let's see. I believe at this stage we go to the bar and let someone else handle it. No, 5, 6. Prepare the player deck, which we have done. Select characters and starting location. Yeah, okay. All right, so now
My question, why did they wait 8 months to try to find the immunologist?
Because he went missing.
Trump was hiding them.
Yeah, the running joke is that we're Fauci's rejects.
Not that far from accurate.
You sent who to do what? Oh, we're screwed.
The best team we have. Why did everyone else get stuck in traffic?
Listen, they're phenomenal. They're going to do great. Okay. All right. So I am dividing up all of our blue cards into several stacks. Each stack contains 1 epidemic card. The epidemic cards are bad. They make the game more intense. They cause ugly things to happen and just make our lives interesting in the Chinese sense. So we don't know when they're going to occur. So this game comes down to managing the card draws between 2 different decks, one that's generally helpful and the other which is always hurtful. So as the game progresses, we're going to be infecting cities with cubes that represent the spread of disease. There are 4 disease colors. And we are trying to find the cures. So we want to collect cards of the same color in order to discover the cures to at least black, red, and blue. We cannot find the cure to yellow, so yellow cards are not going to do much for us, and except to help us find the immunologist. So,
what's it take to get into a city that's rioting?
Nothing. So you
you
can
rioting. You can't fly in or out.
Correct. But you can drive ferry into them with no issue. Okay.
Delhi, we have to discard 2 cards of the city's color. Do we have any collapsing cities, Dave?
Yes. Right next to it, Karachi is also
good.
is collapsing. So that's going to cause some interesting heartburn for us. All right, so I set this thing here and that thing there. That's going to be our little search tracker thing. I'm going to move this guy over to here.
Oh, and I've got to go put the dogs to bed while you're finishing the setup here.
Cool. Well, then Mayo and I are going to talk about characters. So
Yeah, I'm just trying to find in my old one. You said something before about epidemics now messing with the search thing.
yes, so epidemics now have an additional thing that they do, which they cause the search track to advance one step away from us. So whenever the first epidemic comes out, this is going to move.
Oh, that's right, the
this
target.
way. Yeah. So when we get to our third epidemic, the trail is going to go cold, and then this becomes not achievable
Unattainable for this game, at least.
for this game, which would really stink.
I knew there was something bad that happened. I just couldn't remember what.
So,
Who do we have?
we got everybody. We still have the dispatcher, who is unnamed, has never been used. Dispatcher is handy for moving people around the board. Not much else.
Yeah.
We've got the soldier. The soldier goes into areas that would
Kill star
others.
us and doesn't take it.
Yep, exactly. So he's probably not the person we want to be doing searches in this one. We've got the medic.
Why not?
Because he, so the medic is going to be great at clearing cubes.
No, the soldier. Why don't we want the soldier? to be doing
Because
searches?
he's military, and he's not going to advance searches nearly as fast as the medical people will.
True, but he survives in City with Faded.
Yep.
So
I mentioned the medic. So really
yeah,
good
I know
at
what he
clearing
does.
Cubes. We've got the colonel. This guy's a jerk. I don't like him. He destroys Faded, but he can't. The soldier can't discover a cure. This guy requires 6 cards of the same color to discover a cure.
Oh,
Yeah,
so the entire hand. Got it.
Yep,
Okay.
and he can move across
Across
roadblocks,
roadblocks.
which, we've got the quarantine specialist. She can launch quarantine missiles,
Yep.
and quarantine markers that she is standing on never come off. She is also a forecaster, so she has a special little perk. So she can look at the top 2 infection cards. We've got the scientist. The scientist discovers cures very easily. She needs 1 less card of any given color to discover a cure. Right now, that puts us at 3 cards for red and 3 cards for black. So,
And we also gave you a boost.
and yes, the scientist also can hold 1 additional card. So there's a maximum hand size of 7.
And then there's the researcher, which is what I usually play.
Researcher is really good at handing other people cards. So the scientist and the researcher work very well together. We've got the generalist. She's just kind of awesome all around because she gets an extra action. And she's got a lot of space. There's a lot of stuff to put on her. And then we've got the fantabulous Mr. Expert McExpertface, the operations expert. He can build structures, which we might not necessarily need in this game. And once per turn,
Because we only have to build 2, and they can be close to each other.
yes. But more interestingly, he can travel from a building to like anywhere on the board by discarding a card. Could be very helpful to get someplace that
Getting in and out of the zones.
Yep. Now,
You
last
guys said you found the virologist, right? We don't have the virologist to play?
No, the virologist is not a playable character.
Okay.
But we do get a win bonus, and we get to add both one starting military base and one military base to any one city on the board. Now, okay, so this reads a little bit. I interpret this now a little bit differently than when I first read it. So we get to pick a city on the board, and we're going to put both a sticker and a military base on it. So, so that's going to make achieving the one objective a little bit easier, actually considerably easier.
So that would mean that I don't need to play expert face because, well, OG.
It's already there, yeah.
That would put us at
We're at
5 military
5.
bases. So
Yeah.
the two zones where we need military bases would be in North America and Europe. So where would we like to add our military base?
Europe.
Which the one in? Oh, I see. Okay. That depends on where we're starting, I guess.
So we're gonna want somebody who's a medic to get to somewhere south where there is rioting happening.
Not necessarily the medic, the medical.
Which I think is on both of your characters.
Yes, researcher, scientist, and medic, the ones that we play the most often.
Right, but we don't have to.
I haven't played the medic in like 3 months.
So what do we think? North America or Europe?
I say Europe.
Okay. Where in Europe?
Paris.
Gay Perry. Yeah. I think
It's nice. It's central.
Yep. And there's stuff to be done there. There it is. Okay. So you get, let's see, not really a good place we're going to drop it right there. Okay. Oh my God, he just put a sticker on the board. Yes, it's called a legacy game. All right. So that takes care of that. Hopefully we won't need to use that card again, but it is there in case we screw up. Okay, so now we have to choose our characters. And so I'm thinking, so because I'm holding 2 yellow cards, I'm going to choose some kind of medical person. Probably, I'm kind of leaning towards Ellie Mae. Again, just because of the cards that I've got. How do you guys feel about that? Any strong objections?
I think we still need scientists because we still have to cure 3 diseases.
Okay. So we've got...
I'll take the scientist because I have the other yellow card.
Okay. All right. So then I take the generalist. And so then that leaves you, Mr. Winters.
I'm going researcher.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh my. Ooh, because that'll get us. That will get us.
That'll get us the black cure immediately.
If we time this right, if we do everything smartly, because we're so smart. Okay.
We are us, so you know.
Yep, and we'll find a way to mess this up. We'll find a way to mess this up. Okay. Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to start drinking now. That'll make this go well.
All right, so I guess we got to figure out starting player. All right, so
I think he's being serious.
All right, we got Mocha. Mocha is going first. So
Good.
We're going to slide this over this way. And so we've got that one going first. And since we're doing this all virtually and there's not really a physical table we're sitting around, white is going to be second, which puts Ellie Mae going last. Okay.
Well, that sucks.
Not really,
Not necessarily. Because
because I need 3 black cards to cure it, right?
yep,
So
and there is a black
first
card in
move
this.
it's cured
Yep. Okay.
because I can take from you, Mike.
That's right.
Yep. So now here's the big question: where do we start? I'm kind of thinking either. I would petition.
It's got to be Atlanta
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my feeling.
because St. Petersburg is too far away.
Yeah.
Because
And I can.
first things you got to do before this thing gets too full is we've got to find that damn immunologist.
Yep. And it's got to be. So it's and it's going to be. So what do I have? I have Sao Paulo and Santiago. So Sao Paulo is rioting, so we'll get bonus credit for that, and Santiago is not. So So I'll be doing some globetrotting this game.
Where is Bogota at?
Bogota is
Rioting.
here and is rioting.
Good.
Nobody has the Bogota card.
But that's okay because I can. All right.
You have
For
Johannesburg.
those of you that are asking, my wife and I have played this game. I'm just looking at my board as a reference to where things are because I can't read the words.
Yep. You have Johannesburg, which is all the way over here.
I ain't getting all the way over there. I'm getting a Bogota and using Johannesburg because that'll give us 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can get to one of those cities, we might have it.
We just might have it. It just might. It's a crazy idea, but it
But
just
then
might.
again, me doing math is not necessarily the best plan.
All right. So turn 1. What do we do?
All right, I'm taking the black card from Mike.
So
That's 1.
1.
Insta-cures black, correct?
Insta-cures black because you're the scientist. Requires 1 less. We have a positive mutation, which makes it easier to cure by 1. We don't need to be in we are in a research base, but it requires no action. So you just have to hold 3 cards, which you do. So you have now cured black, which means
All
now
right.
that whenever we treat black, all the black cubes get removed, which is a great thing because we've got some spaces that are going to need it. So that's your turn 1, or that's your action 1 of 4.
If I start in a faded city, if there are no faded figures, do I get a...
No,
I don't believe so. No.
if you're in a faded city with no faded figures, you're fine.
Okay.
Just know that faded figures have a tendency to crop up pretty
Pop up,
quickly.
yeah. So I'm thinking 2, 3 down to Bogota. Use Johannesburg to search there.
Down to
Not Bogota.
Okay.
Yeah, Bogota.
So 2, you can't.
Why
Because
not?
we've got a roadblock.
But Mexico City.
So you
That's
did
from Chicago.
1, 2,
Oh, that's from Chicago?
3, 4.
Okay.
So you would
I'm
end in
sorry.
Bogota.
Never mind.
Okay.
I don't know.
This is when all of our damn roadblocks come back to bite us.
Yeah, but they've kept us alive this long.
They kept us alive, but they're hurting us too.
All right. What do you think? Should I go to Bogota and wait? Hopefully get another yellow card that isn't Bogota because then I'll restart. Or do I go to Madrid and wait to bop down to Sao Paulo?
I think you're.
Or do I? Oh no, because Los Angeles isn't rioting, so it doesn't count.
Right.
Honestly, I think maybe. I don't know.
Or do I fly to St. Petersburg and start treating black to try and get rid of it?
I feel like that might actually be a better use of your actions,
Okay.
or to get to Paris, one or the other.
Well, keep in mind that I can go to black and start treating it because I have no yellow cards.
That is also true. What are my other cards, Dave? Oh,
You-
it's just I just have the yellow card left at this point.
Yep.
Okay.
So I would say go to Milan and just wait. Madrid, and just
just
wait
wait.
there,
Yep.
because then it's in, search, back out.
Mm,
Yeah, he's right.
yep. I agree. I think that's a good move.
All right, so
So you have
That's
three
the
actions.
year
2, 3, 4 gets me to
2,
Madrid.
3, 4 puts you in Madrid. Okay, so that's your 4 actions. You draw 2 cards. There we go. All right, it worked this time. All right, so we're drawing 2 cards. First card is you have Kolkata, a black card. Doesn't necessarily help us, but you never know. Bang. And Madrid. You
That's
now
good.
have Madrid. Yep, you need a blue card. You need blue cards to get the cures for blue, and you need 4 blues to cure blue. All right, and now we draw 2 cities to be infected. We've got we got Hong Kong and Lima. All right, so Hong Kong gets 1. Where are you, Hong Kong? There you are. And Lima gets 1 faded figure. Okay. And that is first turn of first character. Now we go to the researcher.
Okay. Do I have? Can I give him a card no matter where he is in the world? Do we need to be in the same city? 'Cause I'm the researcher.
We need to be in
No.
a place together.
Yeah, you don't have that special. You don't have that psychic connection with this person. You have
Okay,
it with.
I had to ask.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, if you end up in the same city as him, you could use an action to pass a card over. Which, I mean, you could do if you spend all your actions. You're just kind of like, wait, come back here, wait, take this card.
Mike,
Yeah.
Save the card for now because it doesn't make a difference one way or the other. Start treating black. Let's try to get rid of it.
Okay. Now, okay, so send me from research station to research station.
So 1.
How far am I? How many
2,
moves it would take me to
2, 3 would put you in Baghdad, and 4 would clear it.
do that?
Okay. So 2, 3, 4 clears Baghdad. That's a good
Yeah.
move. Okay. Drawing you 2 cards. First card is Beijing, which is
Let's
good.
not talk about Beijing, dude. I'm so scarred.
We have to say the word at least. And your second one is Delhi. This actually could be very helpful if we need to get into Delhi. Actually, no, we can't.
Can't get into that.
We can't get it. Well, we can, but just not very easily.
I have to
that's
burn
right.
2 black cards to get in there.
Yep.
That's right.
Then we have 2 infected cities. We have Manila, and we have Riyadh. Manila, you get a cube, and who is it? Riyadh, you get a cube, and you get a cube. You get a cube.
Don't make us like Oprah, dude. We can't afford all those cubes.
It's like the reverse Oprah.
Okay, so now my turn as Ellie Mae. So I need to get to yellow. Can I get to Sao Paulo? I can't get to. I don't think I can get there this turn. Let me see. Yeah, there's not really a fast way to get there. So
You can get to
1,
Bogota
2,
by
3,
with 3 and still have time to search.
4, 5, because I have 5 actions.
Wait, why are you going there?
Because I have the Sao Paulo card.
Ah, okay.
So I am. All right. So let's work this out here. So I am. So first of all, I get rid of this card. That's 1. The card happens to match the city that I'm in. So that's an extra 3.
I can't tell.
Yes,
Just
it
blur out.
is. It is a advanced 3. Oh wait. It's not 3 extra spaces. It's 3 spaces if you discard. All right, so it goes 3 spaces because it matches the city. Silly autofocus. And then it advances for each medical character in the city. Advance the search 1 additional space. So I go up to 4 for that 1 card. And that is all of my actions. Yes. And I can't. So I have Santiago, which isn't rioting, but I'm probably going to get rid of it anyway. And that'll actually put us very close to solving this. So
That moves you down to 6.
that would eventually put us to 6. So let's hope that we get around to doing that. So, but first I've got to draw my 2 cards. So first I draw Shanghai, and I draw resilient population. Cool, good stuff. All right, now I draw my 2 infected cities. First I got Chennai, which gets a black cube. We're getting a lot of black this game. It's a but this one's on the other side. This one's on the other side of the nastiness that is Karachi and Delhi. The second one is what is it? No one wants to say.
Are we dead yet?
No, we're not dead
Yep.
yet.
Game's over.
Okay. So back around to the scientist. Back around to the scientist.
I'm going to go into Sao Paulo.
All right. 1.
I'm going to search
Okay. So
using my Johannesburg card.
2. So that
Okay.
moves.
Zoom into it.
So that moves this. So it's 1 for just the yellow card for spending the card, and then another 1 because you're a medical person. So
And
we're
another
at-
one because you're a medical person.
Yes.
You're right. So
For each medical.
for each medical person. So we are on the doorstep of solving this thing.
If we go too far, does it?
No.
Okay.
Once you catch up, you're done.
Okay.
Okay. Good stuff. Okay, so that was actions 1 and 2. You're not the researcher. You can't give me your card.
No.
Who am I cyclically linked to?
You're psychically linked to Expert Face, who is not
Okay.
in this.
So bop me back up to Madrid and I'll treat it.
Okay, so 3, 4. All right. So, putting that aside, you draw 2 cards. First, you get First, you get an epidemic card. All right.
Of course
So
he does.
I always get the epidemic cards. I'm pretty sure when I didn't play last week, I still drew the epidemic cards.
By the way, Mike, just so you know, there's a new sticker on these.
All right. So
Okay.
we're gonna talk about some stuff. All right. So first thing is a new card is Buenos Aires gets 3 faded figures. So I'm like looking next door going, yipe, because that is right next door to me. So this gets 3 faded figures. The infection marker goes up by 1. Doesn't change anything yet. Intensify. We're going to talk about this in a second. As we were just saying, this thing goes up 1. So it now we can still do this. This is manageable.
You can do it on your next turn.
Yes. Now let's talk about this thing because I'm going to add this to the discard pile.
Oh no.
But I have this thing.
Oh, you do?
I do have it. And I could play it. Man, I really wish the autofocus would freaking start
Autofocus?
working. Yeah. Anyway, so it is. I can play it now. I can play it between the. It says, which you may play this between the infect and intensify steps of an epidemic. Right? Intensify. Yeah. Infect and intensify. Because the next step is I have to shuffle the discard pile back on top of the deck.
If we drop Buenos Aires again, you're hurt.
Yeah. So what I'm suggesting we do actually is we burn this card and we pull out. Yeah. Well, I don't know, either Delhi or Buenos Aires. Like, because then Delhi becomes not a problem anymore.
We're only a couple moves away from Delhi not being a problem anyway. If we manage to eradicate black,
I don't think that should be a goal. Or I'm like, if
then Delhi's not a problem anyway.
Okay.
No, I'm just talking. I'm not saying we have.
Well, let's take a look at what's in the discard pile, because we've got Buenos Aires, which I do think this just came out, so that is a good choice. Anything else that's a 3? No, the only other thing that's a 3 is Paris, and that's not. I mean, that's not too bad. Lima, and we've only got 1 in Lima. Miami, we only have 1 in Miami. Cleared, yeah. So I
would say think Buenos Aires, because if that spills over, that will hurt you.
Yeah.
Right.
And Paris spills over, it won't hurt any of us.
And Delhi can take 3 more draws before it blows up.
Yeah. Okay. I am good with this. So we're gonna spend. We're gonna use the donation money. We're gonna use our resilient population. We're gonna spend that. We're gonna pull out Buenos Aires, so that leaves the game. It never will come back. And now I take the infection deck and I shuffle it back up, and it's going to go right back on top of the pile. Because this is the first step. This is the first epidemic card we've drawn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I've already done that other piece. Cool.
It's always me.
The worst of the month that it was the second card we pulled.
Let's see. And I forget who's
We won that game.
Barely.
Was this your first or second card that you drew?
I feel like it was the
First.
That was your first? All right. So your second one is Manila. Good.
Good.
Because we need that. We need you to have red cards. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and draw the 2 infection cards.
You just got ejected from the kids' soccer game.
Cool. We got Chicago. That goes to 3. And we've got Ho Chi Minh City, which also goes to 3. But the red is easily managed, because we've got enough positive mutations on red. That's not really much.
We have all 4 for red, right?
Yes, we do. We do. So basically, we can treat red and get rid of all the cubes straight away. Okay, so that was the scientist. Now we're back to the researcher, who is in Baghdad.
How many are in Riyadh?
You have 1 in Riyadh.
Okay.
The closest cluster to you is Paris. But maybe a better use of since you are the researcher, you are within spitting distance of the scientist. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're 3 moves away from the scientist, so you could maybe use those to hand over a card.
Let's do that.
Okay.
No, he's less than that if he goes to Milan.
If he goes to Milan.
Where's Milan?
If you float.
But you're not there.
No, well, if you flew to Milan, you would skip over 1, which, yeah. I mean, yes, you are correct, but that would burn a blue card, which we kind of want.
We don't want to do. You're right.
So move me over to taking the long route.
1, 2, 3, and then you've got a choice. You can give him. You've got 2 reds and a blue that you can hand over.
Give me one of the reds, because on my next turn, I'll take the next one, and voila, we've cured red.
Any
Agreed.
particular?
Get Beijing out of my hand just because it's Beijing.
Just because it's Beijing. Okay, that's all your moves. So now
For anybody watching at home, in my version of this game, I've had very bad experiences in Beijing.
we don't talk.
That
about
is
Beijing.
accurate.
I got trapped there through two outbreaks.
In one turn.
Ooh, Mexico City. So when we draw a yellow card, that actually puts a faded figure in Mexico City. But there's nobody anywhere close to there, so we should be all right. So drawing 2.
Oh, he said something hopeful.
When we put a cube in Tehran, and
Now we're going to draw like nuke card or something.
Mumbai.
What cards did I get? I missed that.
You drew
Mexico City.
and Tehran.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's researcher's turn. Over to the this person. Cool. All right. So Ellie Mae is going to take the Santiago card, burn it, and that's going to move us 1 for the fact that it's a yellow card, and an additional 1 because she's a medical person, and yay! We just found the immunologist. Okay, so now I need
One objective done.
1 objective done.
Now just to stay alive.
Now just to stay alive. And we get to unravel this thing. Begging your pardon real quick while I go find a coin.
You saw that, didn't you, Mayo?
I did. I tried not to see that, but I saw it. Did you get the text message I sent you?
I'm going to hold you down and bathe you.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens multiple times a day.
All right, here we go. So we take this guy and we scratch it off. Oh my gosh, you're changing the game as you play. Yep, it's a legacy game. Oh my goodness, what? There's checkboxes? What the heck is this thing?
I don't know. I can't read it.
Uh-oh, there's something. We got to open
You could be
something
holding it,
too.
you still wouldn't be able to read it.
Yeah, probably.
Fair point. That's the worst part of this game, I think.
Yeah. Is this any clearer now? Can I read this? Kind of, sort of, not quite. Let me get a little bit more off of here. No, because we're going to want to see all of this here.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, let's see if I can make this a little bit better. Come on, because we really need this to... This is an important card. Okay. So we scratch this off when we find the immunologist. Can I create a vaccine? What does this guy sound like? Is he like Clint Eastwood or I don't know.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon is like milquetoast. I don't know what he sounds like. Can I create a vaccine? Yes, maybe. It depends. I'll need some key data, or this won't work. I'm starting to think this is a bioengineered virus, which means someone has the records of how it was put together. I'll need the gene sequence of Coda, some DNA samples from the Faded, and I don't know where you'll find this, but there would be a virus development records of it if it is, in fact, bioengineered. Oh, and look at this. Now there's checkboxes. We need to find the genes. Wait a minute. We have the gene sequence. Ha ha! Take that, game. Take that, game. Check. All right, what
How did we
else?
get the gene sequence?
We'd found the gene sequence because we found the virologist. So this was finding the virologist last game. Okay.
Okay.
So it's
I'm convinced that if we just found the molecular biologist, we would be able to beat this game, but I'm biased.
So we still need to find DNA samples and virus development records. Oh, but we get to open door 30. What is door?
Do we get to open door 30, or do we open door 30 when we're done with those?
No, it's It
Well, keep in
does-
mind that I haven't seen either of those other boxes elsewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about. It doesn't give any other instructions and any
No,
other
it doesn't,
time.
and it would say after you do. Yeah, okay.
After you do this, open this, or usually it would be disguised in some cleverer way. So, so now we open door number 30. What does door number 30 say? Door number 30 says, Package 7. Open when you have everything the immunologist needs. And it says, put this sticker on Package 7. Package 7? What are we talking about? We're talking about these boxes that came in the game. These boxes which are sealed and are numbered. And now we put a sticker on this. So when we find all of this stuff, we'll get to whatever could be inside of it. But what's in it, Dave? I don't know. You're going to have to
Dave?
keep watching.
Dave, you got frozen there for a moment,
I got frozen.
and you didn't let it go.
I didn't let it go.
Oh,
I didn't let it go.
oh.
All right, so we don't need this thing anymore, so I'm going to move it to the side. We're done with the search marker things for this game anyway. Okay, because even if we lose, we still have the virologist and that, or the immunologist, and that never goes away. So
Shouldn't there be a black? Shouldn't the black cure thing be on the board because we cured it already?
you're right, we did, and that should be there. Thank you for pointing that out. That was my first turn, or first action in this turn. So my remaining action, so I don't need to be in yellow anymore, so I am going to GTFO.
Get out.
Get out.
I would, if I may make a suggestion, Sir David, go to Paris and treat.
So I have 4 remaining actions, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because Ellie Mae is awesome. Okay. Now I draw my 2 cards.
Dave, you might just want to keep a dustbuster next to the table for next week.
I draw London. Add that to my hand.
I see London. I see France.
Ooh, this is good.
Okay, but good timing though, because this would have caused that search to go even longer. All right, so we intensify. So
This is horrible timing for an epidemic.
you know what? It kind of
Yes, but it
is
came
actually.
after we finished the second
It's
cube.
never a good time for an inquisition.
So we've got 3 cubes in Bangkok. That adds 3 cubes in Bangkok. Okay. We move the infection rate marker up by 1. Let's see, I don't think anything else happened. Oh, and then we have to take all of these discard cards, shuffle them up, and add them to the top of the pile. And there's not that many here. There's not many here. We've only got Mumbai, Tehran, Ho Chi Minh City, Chicago, and Bangkok. So, yeah, there's probably going to be an outbreak. This could get kind of messy. This could get messy. So I take these cards, put them back on top, and that was my second draw. So now I have to infect 2 cities. The first one is Chicago, which blows up. So every time a city reaches 3, a city cannot hold any more than 3 of any given color, and when we have to put an extra one in, it's called an outbreak. So then it overflows. It sends all these excess cubes to its neighboring cities to represent the spread of the virus. So Chicago, that's a pretty brutal outbreak. So that sends a bunch of stuff to all those cities, and it puts a sticker. It puts a number 1 sticker on Chicago. Okay. Number 1 on Chicago. All right. That was the first card that I drew. The second one is Ho Chi Minh City. That's going to hurt. Okay. So
that means
that's bad stuff. Okay. So Ho Chi Minh City outbreaks, and that's going to hit Jakarta. It's going to hit Manila. It's going to hit Hong Kong. And it's going to hit Bangkok, right? We're going to deal with this one at a time. So that goes up 1. Ho Chi Minh City is at a 1, so now it goes to a 2. So now it's rioting. Okay. Now that hits Bangkok. Bangkok is full, and that outbreaks. So that goes to 3, and now this hits Jakarta, this hits Hong Kong, this hits Kolkata. It doesn't go backwards into Ho Chi Minh City. That's a small blessing. But now who is this? Hong Kong is full, and Bangkok goes to 2. It is now rioting.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is we need to get over to red and do some damage control.
Yeah, somebody needs to. A bunch of us need to get to Asia. PDQ. Okay.
We will have a cure momentarily.
That
Question
was
for you.
Yes.
Which what's happening in the city with the research station over there?
Ho Chi Minh City, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Hong Kong. Hong Kong is at 3.
It has an outbreak?
It has not yet.
Okay.
And I don't.
Because
Yeah, it will.
if it outbreaks, we lose the research station, don't we?
No, we do not. It would go to a 1, which you don't lose the research base if it's at a 1.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we come back around to the scientist.
I'm going to take the red card from the researcher.
Okay. So that's
Which-
1.
I'm right, insta-cures red.
Yes, it does. It insta-cures red. So
Okay.
you get rid of those 3. We now have the cure to red. So that's action 1.
All right. I'm in Madrid, right?
Correct.
What do we think, gents? Do I burn Madrid? How many blues do I need?
4.
You need a total of 4. You're holding 1.
It makes sense for you, if you're not going to burn the blue, to take my blue.
Right, it does.
And
I'm
that gives you
thinking I
half the
burn
color.
the blue in Madrid to get over to red and start treating some of that.
Yeah, I mean, your other card is Kolkata. Where would that put you? Okay, Kolkata would actually put you there. So
Do that then.
okay,
Wait. First action, take my other blue.
so that
That
was
would be the second action.
yeah.
No, I mean,
Try
at
to clear as
first
much
is
red as possible, Mike, because Bangkok is still in there. So I got to get into Bangkok and clear it before it chains again.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's.
Okay.
I think I agree. So you're saying burn Kolkata?
Yep, that's 2.
So you fly directly there. Oh, you can't. You can't
Okay.
because it's rioting.
Give him back Okada.
So I burn Madrid.
So you burn Madrid.
To fly anywhere.
But
So,
is that
I'll go
no? It's no direct or charter flights in or out.
Well, Madrid's.
No. Madrid is fine. It's that Kolkata is
I won't go to Kolkata.
direct flight, charter flight, shuttle flight. Is it matches the city? Discard charter flight in. So the writing says no direct flights or charter flights in or out. So
He just needs to get to one of the Asian cities.
yeah.
Right. And if I burn Madrid while I'm in Madrid, I can go anywhere.
Well, you could go. Yeah, like you could fly directly to. You could fly directly to Hong Kong.
Yeah, which was what I was going to do. Or Bangkok, or is Bangkok rioting?
Yeah, Bangkok is not rioting, as is
Go to Hong Kong, which is also a 3.
Go to Hong Kong then.
Yep. Okay. So you're in Madrid. You burn Madrid. You fly to Hong Kong. That's your second action.
Treat is 3.
Okay, that gets rid of all of that.
And since you don't have a cure, I would say stop actions now.
You could quarantine as your
Ooh,
I
fourth.
can. But
good move.
I can't quarantine something next to me. I can only quarantine what I'm in, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Wait. Right, but at least quarantine where you're in, that provides us time for Hong Kong, because you don't want to go into any of those cities in case they come up.
Or here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. I don't think Hong Kong was in that stack, but Bangkok is.
So
if
I
you have
fly
an extra
to Hong Kong, drive to Bangkok, quarantine Bangkok.
Or do that. Well, hold on. All right, so let's back some of the stuff up here. So you're here. So you burned Madrid. You fly to Hong Kong. That's your second action. So you could, So you could either treat and move and treat, move and quarantine. I would.
Do I move and treat?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
All right.
Yeah.
Move and treat then.
Move and treat, because that puts those in the supply, and that delays things a bit. Because Ho Chi Minh City is okay. That's not going to hit. I don't think Hong Kong was.
I think Bangkok was in there.
Bangkok is in there. Bangkok is definitely in there.
But Bangkok's clear now, right?
Bangkok is now clear. Yep.
Okay, good.
All right. So, now we're drawing you 2 cards. You get Sydney, and you get Cairo.
No help there?
No help. All right, now you're drawing 2 infections. You're drawing Mumbai, which goes to... No, that goes to 3. And Tehran, which also goes to 3. But they are not close to anything else. Okay? So Bangkok's coming up next. All right. Then we're up to the researcher in white.
What do I have?
You have Delhi and Tehran, 2 black. You have Milan, which is a blue. And you have Mexico City, which is a yellow. Can
I burn Tehran and go straight to Tehran?
Yes, you... no, because it is rioting. See, this is where this is starting to bite us, because we've got all these rioting cities now, and we can't directly fly in or out of them. And you're not military, so you can't use...
I can't go from military base to military base.
Yeah.
What if I burn the yellow card? What does that get me?
If you burn, you could fly directly to Mexico City.
Okay. So noted there.
Okay. You can move to Milan. Burn Milan as long as it's not rioting or anything. I don't think it is.
Honestly, I think maybe your better bet is Chicago. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're within shooting distance of Chicago, and you can make a dead.
Oh yeah.
Go Chicago, clear 1.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I forgot about all of North America.
Yeah. Because that
This is
also
why we should listen to me.
because you're also now, that puts you closer to a research base, which then actually makes you closer to Teresa.
Red, yeah.
Cool. All right, and who knows? Maybe you'll draw some more blue cards that we now desperately need. Bang! Look at that! You have San Francisco.
Rice Aroni, a San Francisco treat.
Bing, bing. Ooh, look at that! Washington.
Do you just exist in movie quotes, Mike?
All right. So now the researcher is sitting on 3 blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're holding 6 cards. You're fine. We're infecting 2 cities. One of them, is Bangkok, which we knew was going to come up, but that's fine. So we stopped an outbreak. That's our first. And our second is bang, Riyadh. Riyadh goes to 2.
Just gets 1.
Yeah, it just gets 1. And that just goes to 2 figures, or two cubes. All right, that's the researcher. Now over to the generalist. Where am I? I am in the military base. So let's see. I could fly direct. Where is Shanghai? Shanghai is here. That's actually, I think my options are not super great. I could fly directly.
Where's our Asian military base?
Our Asian military base, we don't have one.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We didn't have Europe.
It's North America that we're missing. Our Asian military base is Tehran, but none of us can use it because we're all medics.
You can't use military bases, right?
No, none of us can because we're all medics.
We need to make one of the medics a veteran.
So I'm thinking now. I am holding on to London. Can I get to the researcher? 1, 2, 3, 4. I could. I actually could. I could give you a blue card, and then you could dump all of that into the scientist when we ultimately meet up. To build a structure.
Why? Don't I need 4?
No.
You need 5. I need 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we have no positive mutations.
We have no positive mutations.
Okay.
To build a structure, what was that again? It means you must discard the card that matches the city that you're in. So I have London. That's not going to work.
Because we put one in Europe, we need it in North America.
So we actually, So we could use the Washington card or the San Francisco card. That's all right. We got to talk.
It doesn't matter. We got to burn the blue cards anyway. I would rather use the ones to build the military base because we can use any blue card.
Yeah.
There are only like 5 possible blue cards that we can use for the military base, and we're holding 2 of them.
Yep. Okay. So then for my turn, I think it's either I'm heading towards some of those black clusters, or I am, which I don't think I can get to. Can I get to 1, 2, 3, 4? I could get to Tehran and clear that. I can't get to Mumbai. That's just too far for me. I could get to Hong Kong and clear that, which I'm kind of thinking is what I should do, just because that it'll break some of that up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I guess I could end in Ho Chi Minh City so that I'm ready to do damage there.
Why? Why don't you fly to the research base in North America so you and Mike are closer and you can give him the blue card?
I could do that instead. I agree. So
Rather than
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that better. Okay. So yeah. All right. Drawing 2 cards. We've got Atlanta. Ooh, look at that. Good stuff. Although that doesn't necessarily help us because we already have a research base. Okay.
You can't build 2 cities in the same city, I believe.
Nope. And I just drew Okay. So I drew Buenos Aires. I would put a faded figure in there, but it's full.
Which means that it blows up.
No.
No.
If you add a cube or if you add a figure because of one of these cards, it doesn't cause an outbreak. It's one of the small blessings. All right, and now I'm drawing 2 cities. I draw Chennai. Chennai gets a black cube and it goes to 2. And I draw my second card. I draw Delhi, which goes to 2. That's going to cause problems for us. Okay. All right. Now we are back to the scientist, to Mocha.
Okay. So you drew Atlanta, right, Dave?
I drew Atlanta, yes.
Okay. So all right.
And
So
you
here's
and
what I'm thinking.
you and I are rivals, so when one of us plays or discards a card, you may immediately discard any 2 cards to pick it up, which I don't think it would have helped us in the past. I don't necessarily see it helping us now, but just for FYI.
Gotcha. I'm thinking I move diagonal down. I think that's what the city is now. That's Ho Chi Minh.
Ho Chi Minh.
So that's 1.
Clear.
Clear is 2. Move up to Hong Kong is 3. Bounce the research station is 4.
Okay, so we're all together again.
Yay! Well, I'm still in Chicago.
Well, close enough. We're getting the band back together. Okay. So, all right.
So all we need to do is cure blue and get 1 more military base, right?
Yes.
Correct. So we have.
If I'm counting in my head right, we're okay. That makes it even better.
Yes, it does. So you drew Istanbul, not Constantinople, and St. Petersburg. All right. Infecting 2 cities. This is getting dicey now. We've got Paris, which goes to 2. And whoa. It was yellow. I saw it was yellow. It's Lima. They got great beans there.
It's llama, really, Dave?
I don't know.
I'm the one drinking.
All right. That is, who was that? That was the scientist. Now we're back to the researcher, the white.
Okay. Move me down.
1.
So 2 choices. I go over to DC, drop the military base there. That keeps that.
Give me. That's 1.
I can give 1 card. I need 2. I need 2 actions to go.
Give me 1. Give me Milan or San Fran.
Take San Fran.
So that's 2.
Move me to DC.
3.
Burn DC. Drop military base. That objective's done.
AKA the Pentagon.
We have created the Pentagon. Cool. All right. We're doing pretty okay. There's enough.
How many do you have, Mayo? 2 blues?
He has 2 blues. He needs 4, and he needs to be in a research base, which can be done. We're all kind of clustered together, so as long as the world doesn't fall apart on us in the next couple of turns, we may actually have a shot at this. But we shall see. Because basically, if we get all the way, oh no, actually, well, yeah,
You can do it.
I'm holding two. I'm holding 2 blue cards now. So,
And
yeah.
you can give me Atlanta because we're in Atlanta.
Yes, I can. All right, let's see. So your 2 cards now. This is the researcher. Okay, researcher's cards are you have Miami, and it's the pluripotent stem cells. So this is a wild card, so it can be used as any color when discovering a cure.
Gimme.
And your second card is Lagos, which puts a
Once
faded
again,
figure.
Mayo keeps drawing yellow cards.
That was you.
No, you had that one day as a researcher where all you drew were yellow cards.
I can give you these cards that don't help. I can help, guys. I can help.
Recall.
I really
You
I
couldn't
can.
even burn them for anything.
All right, so we're infecting cities. We're infecting Manila, which goes to 3, but it's not near anything. And we draw Madrid, the running of the infected bulls. That goes
It's about
to
the
2.
only thing this game doesn't infect.
Okay. We're doing pretty good here. So that was the researcher, right? And now we're back to Ellie Mae, the generalist. So action 1 is going to be giving you Atlanta. So now you have 3 blue cards.
No, he has 4.
No, he's only got 3. He's got 3.
Wait, who got the one with the extra the special thing?
That
You
was
did.
you. You have.
Oh,
Yep.
Which is why you were saying you were making fun of me for drawing yellow cards, and you were the one drawing the yellow cards.
sorry,
So-
I missed the fact that was my action. I thought we were on to like you again.
Less drinking.
So I'm going to now
More
leave
drinking.
you all for something to try to. Let's see. Can I can get to Tehran or Mubai's too far away. Let me see. So so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's really the most effective thing I can do.
You cure all of them, Dave.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because I'm awesome.
Or because I'm awesome and I found the cure for it.
I mean, you're awesome. Aren't we all awesome?
We're all awesome.
We're all awesome.
Everybody's awesome.
Everybody's awesome. Everybody's awesome. Hong Kong. Okay, cool. No epidemics. No epidemics. Seoul. All right. And now what cities are we infecting?
Man.
Bang! We got Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Not Constantinople.
That goes to 2. Whoop. And we got Baghdad. Baghdad goes, I think, just to 1. Okay, so now we're in new cards now. We're in new territory, which means...
It means we win this turn.
Yep, okay, so we're back around to the scientist.
Scientist is going to bop over to Washington, D.C., where researcher is.
1.
He's going to take blue card.
2.
Is going to fly to blue area. Just kidding.
3.
And cure it
3.
for the win.
4 for the win. Yeah! Bang! Yeah!
Move the jar. Move the jar.
Move jar? What jar? Which jar? Oh, the jar! That jar! Yay! All right. Cool. Good stuff. All right. So let's see. We have. Let's switch to this guy here again. All right. Yay! All right. Play the Final Fantasy fanfare. All right.
That was Zelda, Dave.
No, that was.
Oh, no, you're right. It was Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy. I'm sorry.
I know
Should
my
be Zelda.
stuff. At the end of your first game in August, before selecting your game and upgrades, open the following doors and then draw this card. So I need to do all of this stuff first. Oh boy. All right. So first we open door 24. Door 24. There are not too many. Okay, door 24. Door 24. What's gonna happen with door 24? Oh, look, more equipment. We have another med kit. I think we have discard this and 2 other cards anytime instead of adding a scar to your character.
I don't think we have this one.
No, we don't have that one. And we have a grenade belt, which we do have. We got plenty of those. Okay, so that's 24. We have 28. 28 is right here. Another game end upgrade. What does it say? The nuclear option. Destroy 1 card from the infection card pile. Remove. I drew the right thing, right? It just sounds really bad. Oh, it's a one-time event. You can do this once. Destroy 1 card of the infection pile. Remove all cubes and faded figures from that city. Mark it as fallen, and then destroy this card. Play anytime, not an action. Yikes. Man.
Blow up Delhi.
I thought this was just about, like, treating diseases. What in the world are we doing?
Blow up Delhi.
Oh, my God.
Coming up. Blow it up.
23.
And 23 is yet another game end upgrade. And the paper came off, so it's all super sticky now. Oh, man. Okay, so this just gets added to the pool of upgrades. Yeah, okay. And it is unfunded event Tactical Centers now online. What the F? Place a roadblock marker on any 3 routes on the board. Play anytime, not in action. Okay. Man, this is getting serious. Okay, that was 23, now 27, which also just happens to be right here. Also in the same general area. What is this now? More game end upgrades. What in the world is this now? Okay. It says, I'm just going to read it for you. We got the Chopper Pilot. Cross any roadblock without discarding a card when taking the Drive Ferry action. You have determined you may put a scar on top of this upgrade. So you get an extra scar slot. And then Hacker. Increase your hand limit by 1. So it's the same effect as the archive access, but it's a different benefit. Okay? So, like, you could have this double, that you could add this on top of something else that somebody already has. Okay. All right, so do all of this first, then draw this card. We draw it. Win bonus. All right. We got a win bonus for scratch this off if you win a game in August, which we did. So what is it going to be? Scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch. Okay. For any game played in September, after setup and before the first turn begins, advance 1 search party 2 spaces, or advance all search parties 1 space. So conceivably, if we hadn't completed all of these searches, we might have multiple searches going on at the same time, which would be really nuts. Thankfully, though, we are getting these things done pretty snazzy. Oh, look at this. Who is this now? It's a new character. What is this? Nail. It's the Virologist. She is now a playable character. So, as an action, discard a city card of the Coda color to remove a faded figure from any city. Then, as an action, discard a city card matching your city to remove all the faded figures from it. So she's now a way for us to get rid of faded figures, a way for us to use those
she
yellow.
Doesn't need to be in the city, based on what I read.
Of the Coda color to remove from any city. You are the top bullet. Yes, you are correct. As an action, discard a city card matching your city to remove all the faded figures from it. So, yeah, her top action is, she could do that from anywhere. But if she just happens to be in a city that is overrun with faded and she drops that card, they're all treated, or all, well, we don't know what happens to them.
Headshots.
They're no longer faded.
Okay. And then, whoops. And then we stop and then draw this at your first setup in September. Oh, man. Okay. Game end upgrades. So we have our additional funds, which are available to us if we decide to use them or if we want to keep them and save them for next time.
What are we at? We do 65,
So we used-
55, 45.
So 65, we used 35. So
So at 30.
So we're at 30 left, so we could save it, or we get 2 endgame upgrades. If we want to, we could give ourselves a third. But yet again, we're at 0 funding for next week. So we get no additional cards unless we buy them. So maybe first talk about the
Games have we won in the first try?
quite a bit actually. Yeah, we've been on a pretty good win streak. So, yeah,
March, I think, was the only one we didn't win at all.
yeah. March was rough. March was rough. But it's the military base thing, because that's so easy to complete now. Like that's like an.
I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, I think at this point we're not really. Yeah, I don't
We
think.
only need to put one on the board now.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, September has how many objectives to be completed?
Pretty much from here on out, it's 3 objectives.
Until the last one.
So the last one where you only have to do 2.
Okay.
Nice to you. Okay. So game end upgrades. So we could do character upgrades. We could do can we do roadblocks? I don't know. Any 3. Okay, we can't do roadblocks because we didn't put any down this game. So we can always do character upgrades. We could do equipment cards. And we've got all these unfunded events. These are now starting to pile up here. So there's, some that are better than others. But does anyone feel like their characters need an upgrade?
I think, Dave, are you planning on playing Ellie Mae more?
Yeah, I'm thinking she's got a lot of space, so I feel like it would be.
I'm thinking she should be a veteran.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. You good with that, Winters?
Yeah.
Cool.
That lets that character use the military base transport too.
So Ellie Mae
a lot more mobility.
Ellie Mae turns out she's actually now a war vet, so she can now travel between the green installations, which is a pretty handy thing to have, especially
when you have 5 of them on the board at all times.
Yep. Okay. Then how about the rest of you guys? Do you feel like you need character upgrades, or should we do unfunded events? Can we agree not the nuclear option?
But I wanted to use the nuclear option. I want to blow up Delhi.
There is an airstrike card, which gets rid of a faded
That
figure.
just gets rid of one faded figure. I want to remove the card. This way we never have to touch it again. Because it's icky. I'm just kidding.
I know.
Slightly.
I know. What do you think?
I gave my vote.
Okay.
What are the unfunded events that could be added?
There's actually quite a bit now. Let's go back to here. We've got the nuclear option, which I'm kind of stressing that we not do that. There's tactical centers, which is place a roadblock on any 3 routes on the board, which could be useful. There is an airstrike, which gets rid of 1 faded figure from anywhere. Okay. Then there's the other ones that we start with, which maybe don't appear as useful at the outset. We got Grassroots Program. You may discard up to 3 city cards, removing 1 cube matching the color of each card from any. I don't really like that.
No.
Wait, you don't? Why not? That could be how we
You
get,
get rid of 3 cards to get rid of one cube.
Well,
No.
removing 1 for each.
1 cube matching the color of each card from anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, because you think, like, would we have done that this game?
Yeah, I would have. I would have dropped a couple of the red cards.
Good point. Let's see what else there is. There's trending data, which is look at as many infection cards as the current infection rate. Do not change their order.
Forecast, or it's like diet forecast.
Diet fork, exactly. An experimental program, remove 1 disease cube from anywhere on the board, which is not super awesome. I don't know. Like, let's look at these character upgrades, because I feel like there might be a good choice in and amongst all of these. Add a scar, increase hand limit. There's the paramilitary escort. I don't want to go that. I don't want to do that one.
I don't
want to do that. Let's see.
I think Chopper Pilot might be a good one. Because we got stopped twice because of the roadblocks.
You know what? You do have a point. The other things we have are Formidable, which is you may use a city card to build a structure. Okay, that's not as useful at this point. And Local Pressure, if you're in a military base, you may quarantine an adjacent city. The quarantine action. Maybe. We have the option also of adding equipment.
Can we give a character upgrade to someone who wasn't playing?
No.
No.
Sadly, no.
Okay. Then
otherwise I'd be like, let's load up the virologist.
Continue, Sir David.
There are equipment cards. So the thing is, with I believe, with an equipment upgrade, we get to may add 3 equipment stickers to any city card in the player deck. So these are kind of like unfunded events, maybe a little bit cooler.
But that is how we won the game, is 1 things on it, on a city card.
What?
No.
Oh, because I had the other yellow that could have doubled as a blue.
We could have used it, but
we probably would have, but it just came out like 1 turn too late. But it's still a nice card to have. I would absolutely. I would not turn it, and there's only 1 of it, I think. There's lots of grenade belts.
Because IPSCs are ridiculously difficult to make.
Field hospitals, I don't really like the drone escorts. May drive.
That could be good.
Yeah.
That could be good to get into the black area that's collapsing and falling.
Yeah, that could be. I agree. There's another binoculars, which aids in a search. Discard this card to an event, and this is any when you take the search action. So I think the way this would work is you'd have to be able to do the search action to begin with, and then like if you discard this, you get like 2 extra search ticks.
Spaces, yeah.
So,
and if that's on whatever kind of card you need, then that 1 card would move you 3, yeah.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. We got hazmat suits, lots of hazmat suits, which protects you from faded figures. And that's that. So We can use one upgrade to add 3 of these things. We can add another character upgrade. We can do an unfunded event. What do you guys feel like?
I'm thinking the equipment, Mike.
Yeah, because that's 3 for 1.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, what did we draw on? Like we said, the drone escort might be. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 2 drone escorts. Do we want to use both of them?
Sure.
Okay. So that.
Let's see what else is out there before we commit to that, but I'm not opposed to that.
Okay. I think the other things that are really useful, the grenade belts are handy. There's quite a few of those, so we shouldn't feel bashful about using them. The hazmat suits are kind of decent. They're like a save your bacon type card, but so I would say either hazmat suits or grenade belts, but I don't know. Grenade belts are, well, I don't know, because grenade belts get faded off the board, but even if there's still a faded there, and if you're still in that space, you could still take a scar. But then the binoculars is also something that can help with advanced searches. So if we did 2 of the drone escorts, I think that could be a good use of our upgrade. And then I don't know. I'm thinking either the binoculars or a grenade belt.
Can you move the binoculars over so we can see it?
Sure. See,
Well, here's a question. How many more searches do you think we're going to have?
there's at least going to be 2 more.
I see.
And they get harder. They will get harder.
So I think we need to put the binoculars out there then.
I think that's a good idea. And
So I think at least 1 drone escort, the binoculars.
okay. Now I think we can add these to like any card that we want. Doesn't have to be one in our hands.
Correct. That's what we did last time, and we chose a yellow card just to make them more valuable.
Yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose. So the 3 yellow cards we've got already out. We've got Mexico City, Lagos, and Buenos Aires. And I'm going to turn them up right side up. So the flag should be at the top. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and add binoculars to, I'm just going to go ahead and do it to Mexico City. As our 1. Come here, you. There you go. Okay, not super straight, but it's there. Okay, so Mexico City now has binoculars. Okay, and then, again, do we just want to do the 2 drone escorts, or do we want to divide it up somehow?
I think we have enough issues trying to cross that black because they're so close to each other.
I think in this game, I think you're right. I feel like that's going to hurt us.
Because I think it's going to actually get to the point where we can't get from black to red because they're both blocked.
Yeah. That's my fear as well. Okay, so drone escort 1 and drone escort 2. Okay, so our yellow cards are gradually becoming more and more valuable, so that when they crop up, they're not just occupying space in our hands. They're actually going to do stuff now, or could do stuff. And man, this game is this whole storyline's getting really kind of scary. We got nukes coming out. We got people getting abducted and military dudes coming out.
Nuke Delhi.
Yeah, this has been August. So I hope if you come across this broadcast again, please consider giving us a thumbs up and sharing. Please consider making a donation. You can do it.
Voting that we nuke Delhi.
We promise not to nuke Delhi if you give us a donation. Oh, that's gonna. Oh man.
We do.
I shouldn't have said that.
I thought I'm the one that was drinking here.
You can.
I'm stone sober.
You can go to the fundraising page at the top, the address at the top of your screen. That's the Extra Life fundraising page. If you also find me on Facebook, you should be able to find my fundraising page there. Otherwise, this has been Pandemic Legacy Season 1, the month of August. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out, and we'll catch you all next week. Thanks, Mike and Mike, for hanging out. You guys all have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.